all got out safely. And as we go back to pictures of the aftermath there, the plane collided with a smaller Coast Guard aircraft. It was taking emergency supplies actually to help earthquake rescue efforts, and 5 people were killed who were on board that plane. Let's speak now to Geoffrey Thomas, Editor-in-Chief of AirlineRatings.com, an airline safety website. Thank you very much for coming on the programme.
Pleasure, Lewis.
So those pictures are pretty extraordinary still to see. What was your reaction?
Oh, look, they're terrifying images for sure, and a ghastly tragedy which could have been far, far worse. And terrible tragedy for the 5 people who've lost their lives on that Coast Guard aircraft. But yes, certainly very dramatic images.
What do we know about what potentially could have happened here? Clearly, it's still very early stages. Clearly, there will be an investigation. But what are the potential scenarios that you think could have unfolded here?
Look, preliminary suggestions are that there was a miscommunication or a misunderstanding between air traffic control and the pilot of the Coast Guard aircraft, the de Havilland DH-8. And it appears as though the Coast Guard aircraft entered the runway just as the Japan Airlines A350 from Sapporo was touching down. The Japan Airlines aircraft has struck the Coast Guard aircraft. It has exploded. And then the Japan Airlines aircraft has continued its landing role, but now on fire itself. And that's essentially all we know at this stage. And it may take some time before the precise details of what happened come to light.
Indeed. What do you make of the fact that all the passengers and crew, as we see it kind of on fire, did manage to get safely off that passenger aeroplane?
Well, that is a very good question, Lewis. That's a miracle. First of all aircraft are certified so that all passengers can get off within 90 seconds with only half the emergency exits open, assuming there's a fire on one side of the aircraft or one part of the aircraft. So that's the way they're certified. But recently, we have seen so many passengers insisting on taking their baggage with them, their carry-on baggage, and that has slowed up the egress from these damaged aircraft on fire to the point where a lot of people have lost their lives. Now, in this case, all the passengers got off. I couldn't see any of them carrying bags at all. And they got off basically through 3 slides, 2 at the front and 1 at the back. So that's an incredible feat to get all those people off in such a short time, just on 3 exits.
Geoffrey Thomas, great to get your expertise. Thank you very much for talking us through that. Thank you.
Pleasure.